So today we're going to tackle another common misconception that we run into, which is really around where this stigma comes from, this negative stigma and this negative image that's like a dark cloud that seems to follow network marketing, multi-level marketing around. So let's explore that a little bit. Where do you think that comes from, Janine?
I really feel like, because I'm one of those people that really, this was my hang up. There was the stigma for me. And I think as I've done my due diligence and looked more closely into all of this, I think a lot of it comes from the way network marketing was 30 plus years ago. I think my experience was very real and very awful. And I think a lot of baby boomers especially experienced one of the problems, which was the bait and switch tactics that were used. And I understand from people that actually were doing the business that long ago that they were taught to lie, to say whatever they had to say to get someone to come and listen to a presentation. And that's what happened to me. I was invited to dinner. I got there. Cars were parked everywhere. I thought I was the only guest. I got in and it was a presentation. So I think being lied to and being deceived really leaves a very bad taste in our mouths about this profession. The second thing that I think contributes also comes from all those years ago, before the internet. If you think about it, in network marketing, when people were sponsored, they actually started out with a pretty big order because they had to carry inventory. So a lot of money when they got into network marketing. I think a lot of people, when they hear that their family or friends have gotten into this, they're still remembering those days. And they're thinking they spent all this money on all these products that they may or may not be able to get rid of. So what used to happen is that, and it was kind of pyramid-like, and it was kind of a challenge, I think, because you would get in, you would make this big initial investment, and then maybe the person would go out and start talking to somebody and realize, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? I hate talking about this. And they were left with a lifetime supply of soap in their garage. And I think, and the challenge with that is that their upline was already paid a commission on that order that was never really reaching clients, consumers. And so I think with the internet and with the way things have changed, because there's no longer a need to have inventory, we are connecting people really with the ability to shop themselves online a lot of times. So there isn't that initial investment, and the products that are moved are actually reaching consumers. So I think that whole idea that used to be true is what a lot of people are stuck with. And until they open their minds and are open to new information, they're going to stay stuck there.
Yeah, I agree with you. And as I listen to you talk about that, what it reminds me of is the responsibility of the person that is representing a company. You know, when you be the kind of person that you want to do business with, you know, and when, because a lot of the experiences that you talk about, like hiding what it really is or not using the name or all of those kind of things, that's doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel authentic. It is like a bait and switch, and you don't have to do that. I want people to be proud of what they've made a decision to do. They're in love with and raving fans of the products that they're representing. There's no other way people are going to hear about those products and services other than person to person. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. There's no shame in this game. You know, be proud of your choice. Those tactics are not authentic, and they don't feel well, and they do give what this industry offers a very bad reputation, and it's just not necessary. I'm just going to share a couple of statistics. You know, the statistics of the surveys from the Direct Selling Association show that 80% of Americans are favorable to being approached by or to buying or hearing about products, services, and even the business opportunity from multi-level marketing and network marketing companies. And the reason, when they're asked, why are you okay with hearing about that? Why is that okay with you? There's two main reasons that they cite. The first reason, 69% of them say, I like supporting small business. I like supporting that single mom. I like supporting that person that has the guts and the initiative and the courage to stand up for what it is that they like and what they use, and that they're willing to share it with other people. 67% say, I also like the personalized service that I get. You know, when you order something online from a store, or you go to a big box store or a retail store, you don't always get the best service. And usually when someone is buying a product or service in the network marketing, multi-level marketing space, they're getting the time and attention of someone who has experience and training and knowledge on that product or service to walk them through how to get the best results. They're getting, that person's invested in the person that's purchasing result, which goes back to, you know, if you're involved in one of these companies, be that person, be that caring person that cares about other people, that treats people the way you want to be treated.
Well, those are very refreshing statistics, because I've got to say that when I have posted something on my Facebook page, personal versus professional, about my business, I hear crickets when I post anything about my business, which I don't do very often because I don't want to be one of those annoying people. But that's interesting to me. When I hear those statistics, it sounds wonderful, and it sounds like the way you would think it would be, that people would appreciate doing business with friends and people that actually use the products, instead of a supermodel that is getting paid millions of dollars and doesn't use the products. So I wonder why that is.
That's a great question. And it's something that I want people to really know the answer to. Otherwise, I think we misjudge the reaction. You know, first of all, when we're posting things on social media and Facebook, for example, we don't know how many people saw what it is that we posted unless we do it as a story. And then that shows you how many people viewed it and who were they. Many times for yourself as well, when you are viewing things through your scroll and your feed, you're not always commenting or saying anything. So I just want to encourage people that if you're not seeing or hearing a response, it doesn't always mean negative. It just means you didn't see or hear a response. But the other thing that's going on behind the scenes is Facebook wants you to use Facebook to share personal stories, and, you know, like a scrapbook of, you know, birthdays and graduations and walks in the park. And they want you to use personal stories to engage and to connect. If you're going to represent something that sounds like or feels like a business, their algorithms are sophisticated enough to not reveal your post to as broad of an audience as your personal content is. That's why you can post something that's maybe you blowing out birthday candles with your granddaughter and you get tons of comments and views, but when you post something about your business, you don't. It's because Facebook is saying to you, if you're going to promote your business, we want you to pay us for advertising. We are okay with you using Facebook for free to share family information because that's what it's designed for. And I would just encourage folks, if you're feeling that way, and if you have made the decision to be involved in representing a company in network marketing or direct selling, work with the person that introduced you to that business to understand more of what does work. And remember, what doesn't work is just what we talked about at the beginning. Don't be what they call a spammy Tammy. And no offense to Tammys out there, but don't be that person that is a walking billboard of every time you turn around, they are pushing and promoting. That's not the kind of person you want to hang out with. And that's not where you want to see when you go to Facebook and social media. That's not how you reveal yourself and connect with people. So don't be that kind of person. It's not going to help you achieve your goals. You can skill up. There's many different places where you can learn skills in how to effectively market, network marketing and multi-level marketing products and services through social media. We are not the trainers of that, but there's many places where you can learn how to do that. And just don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge the effectiveness of your business based on the response that you're getting in social media until you skill up in that area.
Yeah, and don't be that unattractive person, because I think that's also another reason that people get in and get out. I think they get in thinking, I'm just going to post all of these things and people are going to come running to me, and they are so unattractive. They seem so desperate, and you've all seen those kinds of posts, and it's a turnoff to everybody. So then they get discouraged because they think they tried this and it didn't work, and then they're out and they're, one more of the numbers of people that says it doesn't work. And the truth is that they were doing it in a very unattractive, unprofessional way.
That's right. That's right. We do have to, we go to school for 12 years to get a high school diploma. And yet somebody makes the decision to join one of these companies. And if they're not successful or, getting positive results with everything they're doing within a few weeks, they're like, oh, that doesn't work. There's no patience allowed. And I know we're going to do a whole nother episode on failure rates in this industry. Before we wrap it up today, I do want to talk about the demographics, if you will. And there definitely is more appeal to Gen Z and to millennials of a side hustle, network marketing, multi-level marketing. I think because of the gig economy, meaning being an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, having Airbnb, creating a side hustle, having an additional stream of income. Look, they've let this generation, the Gen Z and the millennials, they've lived through some really recession times, and they've seen their parents, there's no loyalty in corporations, and they've seen their parents lose their jobs or not have an additional stream of income. So, it's very common to hear young people talk about having their eggs not all in one basket, that they're open to different sources of income. And that's precisely where a business like this, finding the right one, the products, the services that you love, and a plan that's fair and representing that can really fit that place for people. I want to mention some stats about those of us that are older, baby boomers and beyond. This is just really shocking. But according to the Social Security Administration, 5% of people that are retiring retire with money. 15% have just a little bit of income. 80% of people that are retiring have absolutely no savings and no source of income. And that is why you see them depending on Social Security and concerned about their future, limited on how they're going to live their life in terms of travel or visiting family or vacations or any of those kind of things. And then maybe taking a job, an undesirable job, like, you always hear it as the greeter at Walmart or whatever, because they don't have the plan for retirement. And I love, Janine, that you are so passionate and bold to say, there is another way. There is an alternative. And if we can shatter these limiting beliefs that perhaps exist more in that generation than others, and to understand this is legitimate and it's safe and it has low risk associated with it, because most of the companies will buy back whatever it is that you bought, or 90% of it back, unlike any other kind of business that you start. So I love that you're a proponent for shattering that.
Oh my gosh, it is my passion. It is absolutely my passion to enlighten baby boomers about this business. And this will be another conversation, so I won't go off on that right now, but it does bring us kind of full circle, because the truth is that I think this, speaking to baby boomers, is one of the most difficult audiences, if you will, to share this business with. They're ones that need it. It's a perfect fit for many reasons. Again, we'll talk about that later. But because of the things that happened 30 plus years ago, just like me, they are stuck. They are stuck because those experiences did happen, and they are so just turned off and refusing to listen to anything. And so what I really just encourage is, if there's someone like that in your life, you know, maybe share this with them. We really want to enlighten everyone, because I think this could be such a blessing for people in that generation. So again, today we were talking about the stigma. In future episodes, we're going to continue to talk about other misconceptions as well.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.